So, I spent some time playing WARDOGS during the Open Beta weekend, and somebody asked me a pretty simple question. What actually is WARDOGS? And genuinely, I struggled to answer, not because I didn't know what I played, but just because WARDOGS feels like somebody took ARMA, Battlefield, and a tiny sprinkle of Tarkov, threw them in the blender and went, yeah, that will do. And somehow, it actually works. At its core, WARDOGS is a large-scale tactical shooter. You've got 100 players spread across 3 different teams, all fighting for control over a 2x2 kilometre zone within a much larger map. And when you describe it like that, I'll admit, it doesn't sound exactly revolutionary. Big map, lots of players, shoot at the other team. We've definitely been here before. But once I actually started playing it, I realised there's quite a bit more going on underneath. The biggest comparison for me would probably be a mixture of Battlefield and ARMA. You've got that large-scale Battlefield feeling, with different squads fighting over objectives, vehicles moving around the map, and absolute chaos occasionally breaking out. But the actual movement and pacing feels much more deliberate. You're not sliding around corners at 400 miles per hour, and you're not bunny hopping across the map. And there's no cracked out Call of Duty movement where somebody slides past you, jumps, spins, and somehow shoots you in the forehead before you even realise they were there. Which is great, because I'm, let's say 30, plus that. My reaction times don't need that kind of pressure anymore. WARDOGS feels much more methodical. You move, check your surroundings, listen, communicate with your squad, and actually think about what you're doing. Or in my case, you do all of that, and then start to shot. Repeatedly. But, because everyone's playing under those same limitations, I found the PvP encounters surprisingly tense. When you spot another player, there's that split second of, I got him. Followed immediately by, oh, he got me. For most of my time playing, I kept things fairly simple. Give me an assault rifle or a sniper and point me towards the enemy. That'll do me. You unlock better weapons as you level up, so initially you're working with a more limited selection. Because I only had a short amount of time with the beta, I didn't get anywhere near experiencing everything the game has to offer, because apparently shooting people is only a small part of the job. For example, you can actually pilot helicopters, you can transport your squad around the battlefield, drop players into combat, or move supplies between bases, which sounds brilliant, but I decided it was probably safer for all the 99 other players on the server if I stayed away from the pilot seat. There's an entire building and logistics system. Your team can establish bases around the map, build structures and create positions that actually help your side control territory. From what I've seen, there's almost a little bit of a Rust-style base building mixed into the military sandbox. So you've got infantry combat, sniping, vehicles, helicopters, logistics, base building, and large-scale team objectives all happening at the same time. It's took inspiration from loads of different games without completely feeling like any one of them. Now, is WARDOGS doing something completely groundbreaking? From what I've played, probably not. But I also don't think it needs to, because the important thing is, I had fun playing it. There were tense gunfights, there was moments where everything descended into absolute chaos, there were moments where I genuinely felt like I knew what I was doing. And then, there were significantly more moments proving that I absolutely did not. And I've barely touched the things like helicopters, logistics, and base building. So, this isn't really a full review, it's more of my first impression after getting a taste of what WARDOGS has to offer. And based purely on that first impression, I give WARDOGS 4 potatoes out of 5. I'm holding that 5th potato hostage for now, not just because there's anything massively wrong with the game, but because I feel like I've only scratched the surface. There's still so much I haven't experienced yet, and I'm genuinely looking forward to jumping back in when the full game releases on the 10th of September. And considering how much fun I had while being absolutely terrible at it, I'd say that's probably a good sign. So, if you want to see more WARDOGS, I'll definitely be jumping back into it once the game fully releases on the 10th of September. Come hang out, follow along, and watch me discover all the other ways this game allows me to die. I'll see you in the next one.